from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you.
Yes, and welcome back. And of course, this afternoon, it's on for young and old. We've got a full round of matches and no surprises. But the North Geelong Magpies, the North Geelong Footy Club, out of the Keith Barclay Oval in the 94.7 match of the day. They take on the boys from the Quacker Dome, the Werribee Central's Footy Club. So I reckon I decided, just in case Doggy Ryan's a bit short, I'm ready to go out and have a bit of a lap and have a look at you. Don't you look a nice treat in your little Quacker Dome jumper? Look at that.
You're going to have a lap?
I might have a crack on it, not a lap.
Unbelievable. They run around you, that's a lap.
Wouldn't get around the centre circle.
It's going to be a great game, there's no doubt about that, because it's a good day when North Geelong and Werribee get together any day, and just to have you around the place will be fun, mate. But who's going to win the game and by how much, and don't be biased?
All right, well, I won't be biased, but I can tell you now, North Geelong are travelling along pretty well. They've only been beaten once, and that was by Belpost Hill. And I'll choke you with this in a minute. And look, they're going pretty well. Werribee Centrals, well, they got well beaten last week by Bannockburn, but I did predict it because I know they don't play very well out there, and they went out there and got beat by Bannockburn for the King of the Highway trophy. Thank God I wasn't out there to have to present it to that old coot Billy Caldew.
Don't you worry about that, I'll be right there.
But look, their form's not great, Werribee, and North Geelong's is. So
Yep.
I think what they need to do, they need to probably, they didn't need to lose that last game because they need to hold on to third spot, and to do that now they may have to possibly cause an upset against North Geelong or Belpost Hill, and that's exactly what they'll do this Saturday.
I saw in the paper earlier in the week, Eric, that Werribee has been decimated by injuries, and it's an absolute shame, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well, in my summation, I think that's a key factor of why Werribee are so inconsistent. They just can't get the full team on the board each week. Tyrone Montebruno, he's a key to that. They need him back. If he were back today, they'd be some sort of a chance. But oh, look, on form, you really couldn't go against North Geelong.
Well, it'll certainly be a great game indeed, don't you worry about that. And you can catch it 1:30 this afternoon on 94.7 The Pulse. If you can't get out there, there it is on your screen. It'll be a great game, and it is the 94.7 match of the day between the North Geelong Magpies and Werribee Central. So Grubby and I will be going hammer and tong this afternoon, folks. Don't you worry about that. Out at Footrot Flats, it's the Anarchy Roos, and they take on the East Geelong Eagles. I'll go to you, Eric. Anarchy, East Geelong, very important game for both clubs.
Very important in the context of the season, I would believe, this afternoon. The winner has some sort of a chance of staying in the top 5. Round 1, Anarchy had a 10-goal loss to East, and haven't they improved since then? Costello back, Pittman playing more consistently. A great contest this afternoon, Parsons and Bowman. I reckon that'd be worth going to see. East Geelong, very poor first half last week. Probably won the game early in the third quarter with that burst we spoke about earlier. Jesse Mawson, brilliant early. Ricky O'Toole, probably the key to the comeback in the third quarter. I'm a bit concerned about Tyson Blackney. Came into the side last week, not good enough. Kane Marsh in today. Gee, I don't know what East are doing. Look, I think this will be a fantastic game. I'm just probably going to lean to the home side, Anarchy.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's interesting indeed. So it'll be a fantastic game out there, don't you worry about that. Out at the former Gun Club, it's the Winchelsea Blues, and they looked pretty good against the Belmont Lions last week. They come up against the side that absolutely nobody can beat at the moment, the Belpost Hill Panthers. Can Winchelsea be the first club to do it, Grubby?
You know what? I reckon they can.
Oh.
I reckon they can. We've seen Belpost Hill in the last couple of weeks. We've heard about how they've been playing. They are not playing that well. They're good enough to keep on winning, and as I said last week, they're probably lucky they haven't struck a North Geelong right now, because they are definitely having a form slump. They've got quite a few injuries. They've had a couple of blokes go away, and look, they're not playing that well. It doesn't really matter to them whether they're playing that well now. They know they've got to be playing well at the end of August or September, so that's when they have to be playing good footy. Gurge got them in the rooms after last week's game, or the week before's game.
Gurge.
Brent Gergich.
So this is you and him on that sort of Gurge
Me and
Tuesday.
Gurge are pretty close. We're sort of like that these days. But look, he got him in the rooms and gave him a real serve a couple of weeks ago. And even though he sounds like he's not that worried, I think he is a bit worried about their form. Winchelsea, on the other hand, they've got Van der Klooster back, and he's a fantastic player.
He can go.
Oh, yeah, they really needed him back. They've got him back. Look, I don't think they will win it, Winchelsea, even though it's out there. But there's still an outside chance of making the 5. And to do that, if they win today, boy, will that throw the cat amongst the pigeons. I'll go for Belpost Hill, but Winchelsea actually can win.
I think I know what you mean. That's all right. out of the Thompson Thunderdome at Godfrey Street, the Tommy Tigers, their season just about all but over at the moment, but a chance to keep them a little bit in line there. They're up against the Cryo Devils. Eric, can Thompson win this, and can their finals hope remain alive?
Well, I don't think either of them can make the finals, Dick, and it's sad to say it's almost a who cares match today, and for Thompson and Crier to be in that situation after 10 years ago, they're perennial finalists. But it'll be interesting to see who's going to run with Luke Forbes today for Thompson. I don't know whether Crier have got a player good enough to do that. I guess mathematically, both sides have got a chance to making the finals, but it's very, very rare. Crier, they've had good wins over Belmont and Inverleigh, but they stumbled last start against East. I can't see them improving enough. The fact that it's at Thompson, I'll go for the home side.
Okay, okay, it's Bill Caldew here from the Bannockburn Footy Club, and I tell you what, I can tell you now, the Bannockburn Tigers are up against the Belmont Lions, young Grubby. How do you reckon we'll go?
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to go with the form. Their form's absolutely fantastic, obviously. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to do what we did to Anarchy the other week and say how Werribee Central's played bad. We took a little bit away from Anarchy, and Anarchy have proven that they were playing good footy, so I'm not going to do that today. Obviously, Bannockburn played a pretty good game of footy last week to knock off the number 3 side. It's back out at Victoria Park. Belmont Lions really haven't given us a yelp this year, and I think they'll get belted out there today.
Get belted?
Belted.
Gee, that'll be good for the floor manager.
Just like I'm going to do to you at North Geelong.
Oh, shut up, you stupid little man. We'll see about that this afternoon. Don't you worry about that. Out at the Geelong West Church Street Oval, the Geelong West Footy Club with their finals hopes well and truly still alive, take on the Inverleigh Hawks. And a game, Eric, I would think that they certainly will win. But I tell you what, they'll need to get a big percentage up.
Absolutely, Dick, because percentage is going to be a key point in the 4th and 5th positions on the ladder. I think Geelong West can win today. They had a brilliant second quarter last week against East Geelong. Couldn't sustain it for the full 4 quarters. Derbies was dominating the ruck early but faded later in the game. I think Wall, Long, Bradshaw, Kelly, they could all be match winners this afternoon. Inverleigh, a good second half against Crier last week, but not enough to get the bickies. Like most other lower teams on the ladder, they need to be able to play 4 quarters to get a game. For the sake of Inverleigh in the competition, they need to win a game for the end of the season, but I think with everything to play for, West should win and win well today.
Well, there you go. So looks like Geelong West will win that game and keep their finals hope alive. Well, we've got to move out to the green room.
Hang on a minute.
What happened?
Say after me.
Yes.
I'm a dill. I forgot to put me mic on again, you idiot.
Haven't I got my mic on? I got my mic on. There you go, Dill. Yeah.
Oh, how can it get through that jumper?
You idiot. We've got to go to the green room now because we're going to have a cup of tea and we're going to enjoy a cup of tea in the green room, you, me and Eric. And then after that, everyone will cross over to Daryl and the boys and Benny Bennett and all those blokes for the footy show coming on after this. So are we all ready for that?
So I've got to drive you there.
Let's see you all again next week, folks. And before I absolutely trample on this little bloke, good luck this afternoon to the North Geelong Magpies and Werribee Central's Footy Club out of the Keith Parkway Oval. We'll look forward to seeing your company again next Saturday morning. Bye for now. You stupid little thing.
We are the Raiders from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football